This Global Money Week, watch as 6 Ghanaian youth take control. They will tackle financial issues that are impacting the youth whilst sharing their experiences and sparring on different topics. It should be mandatory for parents to have an ultimate educational support plan for their children.
I think it should be mandatory, just like how it's mandatory for employees and employers to make pension contributions for their employees. I think investing in education, um, um, ensuring your child's education, or making insurance policy for your child's education is very important and prudent, um, because there are times, I for one, the house I grew in, there was money, right? But over time, we had some challenges that now my dad couldn't even afford my education. And unlike then, it was very smooth, like everything he wants, he provides. But it got to a point, business and everything, so he couldn't afford anymore. And I almost dropped out of school. So if there's an insurance plan, like the one Prudential Life is providing, I mean, whether there's financial challenges or not, you still be able to go through school. And I mean, education is a good thing, and everyone deserves to be educated.
Yeah.
So I think it's a very good thing if it's made mandatory, so that parents will have no choice than to ensure their child's education.
Yeah, I think this thing is a fortress for parents because the government has made it compulsory for every parent to educate their child. So if it's compulsory that I educate my child, then I think it's reasonable if I should also have some sort of insurance against unforeseen circumstances. Like people think insurances are just there to make the companies rich. No, they are there so that when you cannot stand on your feet, the person at the end of the tail does not suffer the great consequences. That's why we have life insurance, we have health insurance, we have car insurance. So that the time where you cannot do it with your own mind, there's something there that is legitimately catering for you. So I think that in the African society or the typical Ghanaian society, we have had a lot of instances where the students have had to cut short their education because of parents' inability to provide for them through school. Or sometimes they go through school but they don't go through the proper way because their parents don't have sufficient funds to provide for them. So since the government has made it compulsory that the parents must send them to school, then I think it is okay for the parents to also have a backup plan for their kids in case of their death, or even if they are alive and then they are not able to do it for their kids. There's something to substitute what they do for them.
That's very true. In a world where anything can happen at any point in time, you can literally go bankrupt in a blink of an eye, you can die, you can leave this child stranded. And since we are in a progressive world and education is what is leading the progress in our society, it's only saying that every single child is given the opportunity to access education on a very, very, very smooth level. In a case where you don't ensure your child's education, it only means that if anything should happen to you, whether be it death, whether be it accident, whether be it you being unable to work to gain any money for a very long time, it only means that that child is on a stunted growth in their education, and it's very bad. That's why we are saying that you should try your best to invest in these insurances. He said Prudential is giving out an education insurance. It's very, very important that every single parent, as far as you have decided to have sex, get pregnant, not abort the child, you need to ensure the child's education. Because if you are alive and you are able to, if you are working and you have stable finances, it only means that you are going to do that. So why then is it upset for you to ensure the education, so that when you are not able to fund the education, there is still a means of funding the education? It's your responsibility to do whatever it takes for a child to be educated in our society. So you have to ensure your child's education.
You see, Jane, first you were speaking, right? You said stable finances. You see, but then here you are making something compulsory. and at the same time you are saying someone's having a stable finance to be able to pay. So what about those that do not have stable finances?
First off, if you don't have stable finances, don't
Don't
have
give
sex.
birth, yes.
Don't get pregnant.
Exactly.
Okay, you can have sex. You can have protected
So at
sex.
the time,
Don't give birth.
so at the time of having sex, giving birth, I was stable.
That is why you should ensure
Okay, so
from that point.
you know, insurance is good, right? Nobody saying insurance is not good. It's really good. But then my problem is the word compulsory, right? It's like you making it compulsory for everybody. All right. I feel like it shouldn't be compulsory. Yes, the word compulsory shouldn't even be there in the first place, right? But then you should use the word like something like encourage people to do it. If only they believe that what they are doing is for their own good.
Yeah.
Now you saying that school is free, right? I mean, in Ghana it's really free out to the senior high school, right?
So education is compulsory.
It's compulsory. Okay, sorry. It's compulsory. Now everybody like go to school and everything, right? Yes, and some system has created that. Okay, there are resources that to help parents even if they don't have money and everything. Like also there are companies that are also like even as people are working for them, they give child benefits and support and everything. Okay, and even sometimes you pay this insurance at the point where the child is done with the schooling, like at that level where you don't even need to even pay. There's no need for. Yes, they convert it to savings, but then if I want to terminate the insurance, what happens? It's only little money that I get from it. A lot goes into the company. No, okay, yes, it depends on it, but then the policy, that's how it says. Okay, you can't get more than what you put in. Like, and then who's at the losing end? I'm at the losing end. So I don't really believe that not necessarily by paying and making it compulsory. But you can look at it from other angle, or even if it's not compulsory.
So I'm also against. Okay, I mean, notwithstanding the fact that insurance, just like Prudential Life is doing, is good. Okay, but as to mandatory, okay, mandatory is my issue here. At the end of the day, I would go for a system where the government puts things in place to support issues like this.
Why should the government be more
Yes,
because
involved
we
in
are
your
paying
child's
so much
education than
taxes.
you?
Because
Has
we are
sex and
paying
got
so
pregnant.
much taxes. So much taxes that the government should be able to afford to have these systems in place.
Yes.
That is out. I'm going against the mandatory, not out of the prudential. Secondly, some families already have enough resources. When you come from there, I understand, just as you said, I mean, things could just turn out.
Yes, that's insurance.
A family like Dangote, I mean, in a blink, they still have the network in place. They will support the scheme, okay? The network are in place to support the scheme. Such people like this, why should you make it mandatory for them to also pay insurance? Also, you are telling these low-income people, the market woman at Agobloshi, Kaswa Market, who is finding it difficult to afford a 3 square meal, it's now becoming a liability to have. I mean, it's a liability.
Insurance.
You are paying
And
insurance,
when you don't
and you
pay-
go and pay school fees again. So you are paying the school fees
Twice.
and you go and pay insurance again. This same person is supposed to feed
It's not
this
the same
child.
amount.
And when you don't
It's
pay,
not the same amount.
School fees can be 1,000 cedis,
Yes.
and insurance will be 10 cedis per
But
month.
you know when you don't pay, when you don't pay your premium,
Additional
Yes.
financial
they'll terminate it.
it.
And don't give you
They'll give you grace period.
No.
They are not
Okay, so yes, so
peddler.
so they lapse their time that they call like lapse
People should
time.
understand it.
But-
The government has made education compulsory. So whether a parent likes it or not, you have to provide
child has
education
to
for your
go
child.
to
school.
So why don't you have a fortress or a haven to say that, okay, because this thing is compulsory, maybe at a point in time I will not have money. My child should still be able
Yes.
to go to school.
As long as you
So
decide
it's
to have a
ideal.
kid,
It's
you should be able
It's
to cater for
ideal.
everything that
You
comes
should
around.
be able. You
Or
should be
comes
able
along.
to do the same as you are able.
Exactly, those are the things that we
Why
are
are
trying
you
to
able?
ensure against.
Exactly.
If you
That's
become a
as you
single
said.
parent,
Within a blink.
as a single parent, you're still
Premium and rent and other stuff.
yes,
As a single parent,
and you have
oh,
like Maytabel said,
Okay,
your
if you're a single
insurance
parent,
is
can
not
you
going to
afford
To
it?
be
Yes,
If you're a
it's not
single
going to be
parent,
1,000
right,
cedis,
over
it's going
time,
to be 10
your
Based
child
on
still
what
needs to
you
go
can
to
You
school.
understand?
So as a
It's
single
based on
parent,
what
if
you
you don't have
can
money
afford.
again, how
As a
should your
single
children?
parent, you
Yeah.
started this insurance thing, and it got to a time you can't pay the premium and
That's
the
when
contract
they
has
come
been-
in
That's where they come
to
in.
cushion you,
You
in
update
the
your
contract
contract.
You
has been
understand?
terminated, right?
update which
You can
contract?
update your
The contract
contract
says
with
that
them.
if you don't pay your premium, the insurance,
It will be
it's terminated. I
terminated.
think they give you a free period, so you can't pay.
And it
It's terminated.
even
The money you not
less
get
than
anything, it goes
50%.
back to them.
No,
No, that even that man that
you
get,
people
that is
are
rent as
painting
mature.
insurance companies as dictators, like
Yes.
Oh, no, no.
It's an
they're not
agreement.
Korean president.
No, no,
That
no,
is
no,
not
no,
insurance
no, no.
companies.
Insurance
They are
is-
flexible.
You
Depending
sit down
on
with
the
them,
terms and conditions
You
choose.
create the terms and conditions
Yes,
with
you
them.
people agree on
You
it.
create your terms and conditions with them.
Just
They have
like
their terms and
every
conditions that are bringing
So-
you what?
But if
The
you are
one
making it
that fits
mandatory,
you is
it
the one
means
that
it means if there's a system that's
They
it.
have
If they're making it mandatory,
No.
right? It
Yes.
means there will be
The
a system
system
and
for
a system
everyone.
the system that's
every
it.
class.
It applies.
Put in that system first, educate all of us, let it be progressive. Then
The
when
system
you want
is
to talk about
there.
mandatory, the system is here, but meanwhile, even just
We
we're
have
having
first
confusions
premium,
as to
second
whether
premium, third
how-
premium.
Yeah, I know, right?
And obviously, if the government is going to make it compulsory, it only means that they are going to educate the
Every
people
class of
Yeah.
so well that they will understand what they are getting themselves into.
So make it progressive.
It's like
When-
NHIS. It's like NHIS,
Effort.
right?
Yes.
NHIS is not really working well, but
It's
assuming it
not
was working well,
compulsory. It's
assuming it
NHIS
was
compulsory.
it's not compulsory,
Why is it not
but I
compulsory?
think it should be.
Why?
Yeah, it should be
compulsory.
because Charlie, whatever you do, you fall sick. Falling sick is
Yes.
inevitable, right? So I think it's not compulsory. People are not paying, and it's not even working well in Ghana.
Anytime
But assuming
it's
it was
not
working
compulsory
well,
because health is not compulsory.
yeah. But
But
I'm saying that if
education
it's
of the
made
child
if
is
it's
compulsory.
made mandatory, right? Everyone will have access to healthcare because there are people who, when they are sick, you see, headache is a symptom.
Yes.
It could be a symptom of about 10
And
diseases.
lots of things.
But there are people who, when they fall sick, because they don't have money or they don't want to spend on going to hospital, they buy paracetamol.
Yeah.
Right? But once they know that when they go to hospital, don't spend anything or don't spend more than 10 cedis, the moment you have a complication, you go to the. Sometimes something can kill someone, it's something small, malaria.
Yes.
Yeah.
Malaria will kill someone.
Yeah.
You see, so just like the NHIS, if we make education is very important, bro.
Very,
They
very
say if you think
important.
education is expensive, try ignorance.
Try ignorance,
I mean,
yes.
so it's very important. If it's made mandatory with a flexible system to enable people to be able to make contribution and then they will benefit as well, I
Yes.
think it's
And then
perfect.
even as to the mandatory, are we all going to? I mean, is the whole everybody going to use 50 cedis per month? Everybody's going
No,
to
flexible.
No, that's why I say it
Flexible.
depends on your
It's
capability.
Be honest,
See,
I've not seen
this
it
is how
depends on your
insurance
capability.
companies work.
How?
You come to them, they give you a proposal. This is what the these
This
are
is their
the
plans.
wait.
Different.
These are the kind of plans we have.
Naitama is wrapping up.
What suits you best is the one that you sit with them, you sign and you agree.
Yeah.
If you want any changes in the contract, you sit down with them and they update it based on the agreement you have. So it is up to you to make sure that the insurance policy you bought for your child, you stick to it and and pay the premium when it's due. Like insurance companies are not devils. Calm
Thank
down.
you.
it's
Ensure your child's education with Prudential Life Insurance.
This Global Money Week, watch as 6 Ghanaian youth take control. They will tackle financial issues that are impacting the youth whilst sharing their experiences and sparring on different topics. Don't be left out. Protect your money. Secure your future.